Welcome everybody to Planet Geek TV episode number 4. Like I said before, we did miss last week, and yeah, Robert's not here like he was last week, but maybe he'll be here next week. But yeah, what's up, everybody?
What's up, everyone? Welcome back.
So this week we're talking. Oh, we got Falcon and Winter Soldier episode 4 to catch up on.
Yeah.
Then we had 5, which is pretty big. It's about a moo's worth to talk about. And then we got Shazam at the tail end of it.
Yeah.
Which was really good. We'll get into that at the end. But yeah, let's jump into Falcon and the Winter Soldier, man. We're probably gonna blend these two episodes in together.
It's more of a mash thing.
Yeah. These episodes are what the kids would call fire, man. How did you feel about them?
I liked 4. Like 4 literally had me hooked. 5, not so much.
Not so much 5.
Yeah, not 5. But
there was a lot of like, how do you say? It was like a lot of story to catch up on in 5. You know?
Yeah, when we get to 5 and start talking about 5, I was gonna say it here, but I'll wait till we dig deeper, and I'm gonna be like, this is why I fucking did not like this damn shit.
All right. So yeah. Oh, before we start, I did call. I don't know what episode it was. It might be 2. It might be 3. But I did call Battlestar dying. I said he was gonna die, and that was gonna be the trigger for Walker to turn into U.S. agent. And damn it, was I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to toot my own horn there.
Right.
Bro, we went to Wakanda, man. At the start of episode 4, we see the backstory of Ayo and Bucky. She's like the one who deprograms him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
To see how emotional he was good.
He's a fucking good actor, Sebastian Stan. Like, he's fucking good, man. Like, he had me like, oh, dude, I feel for this guy.
Yeah.
Even though, like, killed many people.
I'm over here tearing up with him. Like, damn it, Bucky. Yeah. They deprogrammed you. You're finally free, man.
Like, bro, dude, I feel you.
I don't know how like awards work when it comes to like streaming shows like on the internet. Like, they should be able to get awards.
I don't think. Yeah. Well,
I don't know, but they've been doing damn good. So I would like to see him win some kind of award because he's a damn good actor, man.
Yeah, he is. He's a real great actor.
Did you think we were gonna go to Wakanda in the series? I didn't think we were
No,
gonna go to Wakanda.
I didn't think that.
I mean, we weren't inside like the city of Wakanda, but we were like on the outskirts. It showed Wakanda, and it panned out into like the jungle area with the forest and stuff like that, and the bonfire, which was pretty cool.
Yeah. It was cool. I was a surprise, honestly, but yeah, like it's a good touch.
Yeah.
Show.
But yeah, that was pretty cool. We saw Wakanda. Like I said, like going into the series, I was not expecting that. And then episode 4 throughout all of episode 4, we see Walker's descent into like madness, basically. He didn't want to wait for Sam to talk to Carly. He ruined the freaking peace talks, and the Flag Smashers got away.
Dude, he fucking was losing it. Like, just him. Remember, they're waiting. Like, he's kind of like twitching and shit.
Yeah, he's like
like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on with this dude? Like, he's fucking losing it. Like, he cannot wait.
He had too much 5-hour energy, dude. Like, he must have like took some like pre-workout, like 5 scoops or something. This dude was just like antsy as fuck.
Yeah.
So the Flag Smashers, they all scatter and they all end up getting away. And then Carly, I guess, comes face to face with Zemo, which is pretty cool. Zemo, I guess, shoots her, right? And she falls over the table, drops her.
Yeah, she gets shot like on the
which I thought was pretty cool. Zemo was just automatically going for the kill. He didn't give a shit. He was like, "Fuck you, you're a super soldier." Yeah, dude. The best part, I liked about this episode was him when he was smashing the serum. When he's like, "Is that what I think it is?"
Oh yeah, dude, he was feeling it. You could tell he was having like an orgasmic like release. Like he was loving it. Like it was.
Yeah, when he was crushing, and then you see the shield come in. You see Walker's shield come in and hit him right in the head, knock him out.
Dude, about that, dude, that shield. How hard do you think that shit? How heavy that thing is? Like that should have killed him.
I was thinking the same thing.
On the head, like right point blank on the head.
And you even heard it, right? Yeah, the sound effect was like, "Funk." I was like, ooh. And yeah, so he hits him, knocks him out. Walker comes up. Of course, he finds fucking the serum sitting there. Goes and picks up the last one and hides it away. They get back to Zemo's hideout. And then Walker tries to like have his way with the Dora Milaje, and the Dora Milaje whoop his ass too. He was just having all kinds of a shitty day, man.
Dude, you feel bad for him because what does he say again, dude? Like, what does he say? Like, they weren't even super soldiers or some shit like that.
Yeah, so he goes, he's like,
yeah,
they like totally whoop his ass, and he was like, they're not even super soldiers.
Like, I felt bad for him right there. I was like, oh man, this dude can't get a break. Like, he's trying.
Yeah. That was good. Like that whole fight scene, I thought was pretty cool. How Zemo like slips away. Cool.
Oh, dude, do you remember? Yeah, well, Zemo slips away, which I had been waiting. I was like, why isn't this dude fucking took off yet? But anyways, Bucky gets his fucking hand manipulated. Like, he does like what secret code and shit. Like,
he's like, yeah, some like secret code. She like hits him like 3 or 4 times on the arm, and the whole fucking arm just falls off, hits the floor. Yeah. He looks surprised. He's like, what the hell?
He looked defeated. Like, he was like, what the? Like, what the? I'm the Winter Soldier. Like, what the?
Yeah. The arm falls to the floor. I was surprised too. I was like, holy shit. But yeah, like, the whole way that Walker, like, this whole episode was just Walker getting his ass kicked out. I mean, well, the whole series has been Walker getting his ass kicked from the very beginning, right?
Yeah, he has. Yeah, he hasn't left a mark of anything. Not yet.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He's just fucking up left and right, man. I think he doesn't understand that he needs to earn the respect like Steve did. And they're not just going to give it to him, you know, just because he says the name. Oh, yeah. I'm Captain America, yeah. But yeah, so that whole fight scene happens was pretty cool. We end the episode with him taking the serum, and Carly setting a trap for him in Battlestar.
Yeah.
The fight ensues, and Carly ends up punching Battlestar full force. I didn't expect Battlestar to die that way, but I was like, oh damn.
I thought honestly, okay, I agreed with you. I knew he was gonna die. Yeah. But I thought Walker was gonna like lose his shit because obviously we could see he was.
Yeah.
So I thought he was gonna end up killing him by like accident or something, like out of like incompetence. But no,
you thought Walker was gonna be the one to kill Battlestar?
Yeah, like by accident or something like that. But no, like he just got fucking punched real hard and
he got obliterated, dude.
Yeah,
she just like Superman punches him into the damn pillar. And he just falls down and slumps down. I was like,
yeah. His organs disintegrated when she punched him. Like he was gone. Like he was dead. Or like it wasn't like he hit the pillar and then like, oh shit, like I'm dying. No, the dude was gone already. Like that punch already midair, he was dead.
Insides melted. Yeah, it was just his corpse hitting the damn pillar. So the Flag Smashers run away, and Walker's left there to try to, you know, rally Battlestar. Battlestar's not doing anything, dude. He's dead. But yeah, once he realizes he's dead, he just kind of loses all the control that he had left back.
Yeah.
So a lot of people have been going back and forth. Some are saying, I wouldn't have done the same thing. I don't know, man. But like after he murders that guy with Cap's shield, you know, or hunts the guy down and murders him with Cap's shield, I was like, fuck, man. I don't know. That just doesn't feel right. Like, ugh. Like I get it, like your best friend died or something, but I don't know. How did you feel about that?
It was pretty. I was gonna say real dark, but then again, no. But at the like, I don't know, like it was cool. Not, I don't know, like I don't really know how to explain it. Like the blood on the shield, it gave it a little touch of like, this is not your fucking Captain America. This dude's fucking crazy. But yeah, like how many times did he beat that? Because he already took the injection by now, right?
Yeah, so we don't get to see him take the serum, but he does take the serum.
Yeah, so like he hit him like a good 3-4 times.
Like he was just
he was beating the shit out of him.
Like I don't know if like, so in the episode, like I guess he was going for the chest. At first I thought like, holy shit, did he decapitate him? Like what happened? And then he's doing it in front of everybody too. Everybody's recording it, and stuff like that. And I was just like,
shit.
yeah. So at the end of like that episode, like last week, I really want to do last week's show because this episode was so damn good.
Yeah,
I was preoccupied taking my parents around town, but damn, yeah, I really wanted to talk about this episode last week. It was so good, man.
it was best episode so far of the show.
You think so? Yes, you think it was 5 for you or 4 for you?
4 for me so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 was pretty damn good. I would say 4 is the best. And then so we go into episode 5, and we see him sprinting, and he's running, and he's like by like some warehouse or something like that. He runs away from the scene because nobody's around anymore, and he's clearly having side effects from taking this serum.
Yeah, like if you notice, he's bleeding from his head. Like in the helmet he's wearing, there's blood coming down through his ears if you paid attention, but he didn't get hit. Like it's the serum, I'm assuming.
I didn't put that together. I was thinking like, did he get hit earlier or something? Like what happened?
If he did, it's very bad. Like what? Like director, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. But like, like he's bleeding. He's getting blood going through his ears, coming from his forehead or somewhere in his head. But of course, he's wearing the helmet. So I'm assuming it's side effects from the serum.
Yeah. So he goes inside the warehouse and he's hallucinating. He's down there. He's sitting with the shield, and Bucky and Sam show up. And this was a badass fight, man. I think this is probably the coolest fight in the series. I can't think of another one right now that was pretty good, but this one was pretty damn good.
Like, you do not want this fight. Like,
I loved how Bucky starts the conversation, right? And then he's like cool it, or I don't know. He says something along those lines, and he's like, "I'm not you."
Yeah, there you go. Like he's like, "I'm not you." Like, 'cause I know who the fuck you are. Like,
and then Winter Soldier's and Bucky's just like, okay, he just shuts up until the end when he's like, "You don't want to do this." And he finally lifts up his head and he's like, "We do," and then that's when the fight starts.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh shit, we about to get into it." Civil War 2. I don't know if you noticed, a lot of the music that they used in Civil War, they're using in this entire series too.
I didn't notice. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, a lot of it. I was like, because it reminds me a lot of Civil War. It has the same characters and shit too. But it was just, this fight was awesome, man. What'd you think?
I liked it, but then I didn't like it only because, like, I get the dude took the serum and, like, he's stronger. Yeah. But, like, he whooped Winter Soldier's ass pretty fast, and it's like, this is the Winter Soldier. This is Bucky. This dude's been trained to kill for years and years, and he just handed him down like nothing. And I did like how when he's whooping on Sam, I forgot what he tells him. I think he tells him, "I am Captain America," or something like that. And
he's yelling at him.
Fucking wings apart. And I was like, that's fucking cool. Like,
I love how those wings are a part of Sam, right? So like when he's ripping off the wings, you can see Sam is kind of like in discomfort because he's so used to the wings, and after he rips them off, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's his signature. Like it's like, dude, you just broke this man. You just broke him.
See, I was in the same boat as you. I was like, okay, this is the Winter Soldier. Like, he destroyed Cap and everybody else for, like, he did it all of Civil War. He did it all of, the Winter Soldier.
Yes, because, like, okay, like, to go back when I was watching this fight, the Winter Soldier Part 2, Captain America Part 2, the second film, when they have that fight between Captain America, Steve Rogers, and Winter Soldier in the field or the parking lot, dude, Winter Soldier's like whooping on his ass, and then here he's just, it's like, dude, like you're fighting against someone who's like lesser than a Steve Rogers, and you got handed.
See, here's my me thinking, right? So he's trained to like kill as a Winter Soldier and stuff like that, but I by the end of the episode when he meets Zemo, like that's the end of him being like the Winter Soldier, right? Like he's done being that person that's just out to kill and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, I get that. Like, he's not the kill machine no more, but I mean, his fighting style, like his techniques, like, don't you think that would stick?
I think it would stick too. I think I think the Winter Soldier is a lot more ruthless, whereas Bucky is a lot more careful.
So like going on, so like I see like paying attention to our Twitch and stuff. I
Mhm.
see you got people watching. So I'm just curious. Like I've never done this before. Always wanted to try, but I mean, I'm asking you, the viewers. What do you think? Tell us your information.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like he was. I find it more like he's a ruthless killer as the Winter Soldier, right? And I get he still has that knowledge and stuff, but I feel like he's more himself now. He's Bucky, and he wants to do it the Bucky way, and he wants to fight the Bucky way. I don't know. That's just the way I see it.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm sorry. I'm not for that.
Yeah, yeah. I don't agree with what I'm saying, but that's I'm gonna say it. We get so like after that whole fight scene, oh man, they break his arm, dude. Did you like that scene? How he's like flying one way, and Bucky's holding his arm.
I totally forgot. Dude, I felt that too because I thought they were gonna just pull it off him. Like, no, motherfucker, this is not Shield again. No, dude, they fucking break his arm.
I was like, oh damn, man. Yeah, they. Oof.
You heard the snap too, like, like I was like, ugh, it fucking sounded nasty.
And even then, he's still fighting, dude. They get the shield. He still wants to fight them. And you finally get the what I liked, which was pretty cool, is Bucky uses him as a fucking bat. He picks him up by the legs and slams him into Sam when he's flying in with the shield. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. So before we continue, I'm just trying to talk to our audience as we go more. Like I'm really trying to get more into this. So I think because it's pronounced Gista, he's saying to my question, Winter Soldier, he was programmed. He was told to do it as Bucky. I mean, but as Bucky, he's more in control because his personality.
Yeah.
And I get how you're saying Captain America 2, he was like a robot. And like I understand that, and I kind of tell myself that, like, well, he was programmed, but at the same time, too, you would think that those techniques and maneuvers would stick with him. That's my thing. But I guess, like I said,
I think some stuff does stay with him. If you've noticed, everything that's ever thrown at him, he always catches that shit. In Civil or in Captain the Winter Soldier, every time Cap throws his freaking shield at him, he catches it, man.
Yeah, that shit was so cool. I love that shit.
And even in this scene, Walker throws his shield at him. He catches it, but he flies to the wall with it, but he still catches it, he's had knives thrown at him, he catches and stuff like that. So he's kind of reminiscent of Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they break his arm, man, and then Bucky picks him up and uses him as a bat, like I said, and that ends the fight there. How did you like him picking up the shield and taking it over to Sam and dropping it next to him and walking away?
Like, to me, it was because I thought when he picked it up, he was gonna take it, and I thought like, oh shit, are we finally gonna get the Winter Soldier Captain America?
Mm-hmm.
But no, like he just threw it to Sam, and to me, it was more like, don't fucking give this shield away again. Like I'm giving it to you now. You better keep it. Like
yeah, I got the same thing. Like I think like the emotion on his face when he dropped it is like you see what other people are gonna like what they'll do with this shield. Like this is our friend's shield. Like take the fucking shield, Sam.
yeah.
So after that whole fight, he gets the shield and everything. They go back to some barracks. We get a quick scene of Torres talking to Bucky and Sam. Sam takes his shield, and Torres is like, "Hey, man, you forgot your wings." And Sam tells him to keep them. And it's foreshadowing Torres eventually becoming Falcon, man. I just want to say, okay, look, I'm Hispanic. Noe's Hispanic, okay? I don't know, man. Like, I don't. Okay, like off the top of your head, can you name some Hispanic superheroes?
Hispanic superheroes?
Yeah, Latin superheroes, I guess.
But I mean, like in movie shows or
let's do like Marvel.
Okay, Marvel. I don't know.
I can't
think of any.
There's Miles Morales, right? Okay, he's Hispanic, but he's black as well. Okay, so I don't feel like that's fully our character. And then we get Robbie Reyes, which is another Ghost Rider, I guess.
That's right. Yeah. Right.
But I don't feel like we have like a main character that's Hispanic. I don't know. What about on the DC side? Do you know anybody that like any Hispanic characters?
Well, Jisa just said Green Lantern. I think he's talking about Kyle Rayner. I think. Oh wait, no, the girl, Jessica Cruz or whatever, whatever. I forgot.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Blue Beetle. I was just about to say Blue Beetle. I forgot his name, but I like Blue Beetle. But I like the original Blue Beetle, the white guy. The Hispanic high schooler was okay,
Yeah.
but yeah, those are. I mean, yeah, like just like Gista. I'm gonna say Gista, but he's saying Green Lantern, Blue Beetle. Yeah, he's right. When it comes to Hispanics, that's all I could, or Latinos. That's
See,
all.
there's not very many of them, man. So I'm saying, so
Yeah.
when he's like when Sam tells him to keep him, I was like, finally, we can have somebody, man, because usually too, it's more Hispanic women than it is men in comics too, because there's who's it? I think it's Miss forgetting her name, America Chavez or I forget her name. Anyways, there's a lot more Hispanic women than there are Hispanic men, so I don't know. I just like to, see one of us up there, which is pretty cool. So I love that scene, how it's foreshadowing. Maybe we'll get him in the last episode, coming in as Falcon.
Yeah.
How did you feel about it?
I'm not a big Falcon guy, so it didn't really bother me. I thought it was cool, like for comic fans and stuff that are gonna be like, oh shit, like he just told him like go keep him. So just like you, I'm more than sure maybe at the end he might pop up and be like, hey, what's up? You need my help? But
flying to save the day or something. Yeah, that'd be badass.
Yeah, but I was gonna say in this scene, right when this scene begins, Bucky's there. If you remember, Bucky's there, and then Chavez shows up, and what does he tell him? Like, or no,
Torres shows up. Yeah.
Yeah, Torres. I'm sorry. Torres shows up, and then like Bucky just turns around and starts walking away, and Torres tells him something like, "How'd you do out there?" or whatever, and like Bucky's just being a dick right now. Like, I don't know what his problem is. Like, it's like this innocent kid, like he's a youngster, like he's just ignoring this poor guy. He's like all trying to be cool with him, and like he's just like, oh, okay, I'll see you later.
Dude, I feel like his I think what I remember what he said is when he saw him before, he had like a sleeve or something like that, and then he's just like, oh, what happened to your sleeve? And then Bucky kind of like rolls his eyes at him.
There you go. He's still a dick though. He's like, well, fuck you too.
Oh man. From there we go to the court scene with Walker and the senators. Dude, the senators just leave him out to dry. I kind of feel bad for the guy.
Well, yeah, in a way, yeah, but like they didn't throw his ass in jail though.
True.
So I mean, I guess like in a way, because I think they even tell him, don't they? Like, hey, like you ain't getting shit from us. You ain't getting no money, no retirement. It's all taken away.
Took everything, dude. Everything away from you, dude.
You're not gonna be behind bars, so that's a plus, right? Like you good. Like,
oh man, I don't agree with what he did, but the way they left him out there like that, I love his whole scene was just like, I am the way that I am because this is the way you told me to be.
Yeah, like
I am Captain America. This is what you wanted, you know.
Yeah. It's coming up. I'm just replying to what he's saying. So, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and then we're introduced to into Val or Contessa Valentine Allegra de Fonte or Julia Louise Dreyfus. This episode, right? Okay, go ahead. Okay,
I was gonna say Julia Louise Dreyfus, whatever. To me, she's always gonna be fucking Elaine Bennis. You Seinfeld fan, that's fucking Elaine Bennis, okay? Elaine Bennis. And I was like, what the f- is Elaine Bennis doing in here? Like, what the fuck? Like, but yeah, I'm sorry. Continue.
So yeah, he's sitting down with his wife, and you hear the steps of her high heels coming in, and the week before they were like, hey, there's gonna be a cameo, right? Like a big cameo in this episode, so look out for it. So as soon as I heard that walking, I was like, okay, this is gonna be the cameo. And she walks up, and I'm like, wait, Elaine? I was like, wait, what? Who is this? I saw the streak in her hair, and I was like, who is this? I don't know who this is. And then she says her name, and I was still like, it wasn't hitting. I was like, who the hell is this, man? Did you know who it was off the bat or no? I had to do some research, and then I was like, oh, this is who it is.
I don't know who it is off the bat. The only thing I'm thinking is Madam Hydra.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that who she is?
So she has like she's like a Shield agent. She's a love interest for Nick Fury.
Okay.
And she plays like 3 different. She's in like Leviathan, she's in Hydra, and she's in Shield. So she's like playing on 3 different teams. It's weird. It's really weird. She bounces between all of them. But yeah, you'd mostly know her as Madam Hydra.
Okay.
So yeah, when I looked her up, I was like, oh, okay, it's fucking Madam Hydra. But yeah, I was surprised. But yeah, I was like, who is this? And then she says her full name, and I'm like, fuck, am I supposed to know who this is?
Yeah,
I'm over here. I'm sitting here with my comic book credit. I'm like, fuck, I need to know who this is. I should know who this is. I finally look it up after an hour of thinking, and I was like, oh, okay, it's Madam Hydra.
Yeah.
But it looks like she's trying to recruit John Walker.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what she's doing. I mean, she kind of said like, "Wait for my call" or something, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'll call you.
Yeah, answer my call whenever I call you.
Yeah.
Which is weird. Oh, but okay, so I didn't know this until maybe like a couple of days ago. But John Walker, the actor that plays John Walker, does he look familiar to you?
Every time I look at him, he gives me a familiar vibe, but I don't know where. Like, where's he from?
He's the son of Ego, the Living Planet. He's the son of Kurt Russell. Like in real life, yeah, that's Kurt Russell's son.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, I was like, because watching the series, I was like, this guy looks familiar. So I look up his name, last name Russell, and I was like, oh, and I do some more research. Oh, okay, it's Kurt Russell's son. Which is pretty cool, man. I didn't know that, but yeah. Pretty cool.
So, like, just talking about, like, things you found out. I just found out, well, maybe about this a week ago. So, like, this actor, the John Walker actor, you know this dude was getting some mad death threats.
Oh, really? What? Why?
Because people did not want him as Captain America. Like it's yeah, it's one of those things, but it really happened. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
man, that's so stupid to send somebody a death threat over. I mean, the man's a good fucking actor.
he is. He's a good actor. Like,
But yeah, sending death threats to somebody over because you don't like them as Captain America is kind of fucking childish.
oh yeah, but yeah, that's if you one of those if you didn't know, now you know. But yeah.
So after this, Bucky catches up with Zemo and finds him at the Sokovian Memorial that Zemo mentions in episode 3.
Mm-hmm.
I love this part because, you know, we see him walk up to him, they're talking for a little bit, and then Bucky raises the gun to his head, and he like pulls a trigger. You see Zemo kind of flinch a little bit, but when he pulls the trigger, there's nothing in there, and then he drops all the bullets in his left hand.
Okay, so like I get he didn't kill him, like, you know, it was blank, but what was the point of dropping the bullets if we already knew the gun was blank?
Yeah, I don't know, maybe for some like artistic expression or something, but
Like, oh, here's the bullets that I could have put in here to shoot you, but I'm dropping them right in front of your face. Like, I don't know. To me, I was like, I don't get it, but fine. Yeah, I thought there was a meaning behind it.
So yeah, he pulls. I think it's more to be like to show him like I'm done being controlled. Like I'm me now. Like there's no way you can control me anymore. So I think this is more to show that he's no longer the Winter Soldier, and then it's Bucky, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, he drops the bullets on the floor, and then you see the Dora Milaje come up from behind him, and they take Zemo captive, and they're gonna take him to the raft, and Bucky asks Io, which is basically to make he asks her for a favor, which is basically to make Sam a suit, right? Like a new suit or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the end of that scene. Do you know who else is on the raft, dude?
No, I don't even know what the fuck the raft is, because I never got into Black Panther comics, so
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell is that.
So
like,
the raft, it's not Black Panther, but the raft is a prison that they hold most of the Marvel supervillains at, right?
oh,
Okay. The last time we see Thunderbolt Ross, he is in charge of the raft. So if you ever saw Civil War, that's where they were imprisoned at. They were imprisoned on the raft.
I was just about to say that. Wait, that's that play. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, now
yeah,
it makes sense.
yeah. So they're taking him to the raft, right?
So does that mean the Wakandas work for Thunderbolt Ross then? Because if they're taking
I
him to the
think they're just taking him there because it's more secure and he can't escape, right? But I
yeah.
think that this is where Thunderbolt Ross is going to recruit him. So so we got Zemo there, we got Thunderbolt Ross there, we got the Ghost from Ant-Man and the Wasp 2 that is there.
Is that chick in there too?
Yep, she is in there.
Oh dang, Thunderbolts are coming then.
And I forget who else is there, but dude, they're setting up the Thunderbolts. I want to see at the end of the series Thunderbolt Ross setting up the fucking Thunderbolts.
Oh, we need to see him turn to the Red Hulk.
Okay, Red Hulk first, then the
crazy.
Thunderbolts. Oh man, it's gonna be so good. I really hope they pay that off at the end of this episode.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
I didn't. Yeah, now that you're telling me and putting it all together, like fuck yeah, they are really doing it.
So after this, Sam goes to visit Isaiah again, and I think this part here is probably like the best part of the episode for me personally. Sam basically wants to understand why Isaiah is the way he is, and we dive into his backstory. And oof, dude, it's rough. The way his life parallels like to Steve, and the way they're both treated differently for it is pretty crazy and nailed on the head.
So right before we get into what they were talking or like any further, I already knew right when he showed up we were gonna get into this, his whole background and stuff, and I was already like, I don't care. But actually, it was really a really good scene, and I really felt bad for the guy. So props to the director, like whoever did it. Like it was really, because I'm not into those emotional like background scenes. It's like, nah, let's just get to the good stuff. But yeah, this was really heartbreaking, and so I felt bad for the dude.
Yeah, dude, like it was. It's so crazy that we're getting a story like this from fucking Marvel. Like this is in a superhero world. Like what? But like so, yeah, the way that like Steve and Isaiah like parallel each other is kind of crazy. Like Isaiah has a wife that he never gets to see again, and then Steve gets Peggy in the end, right? He ends up with Peggy. Isaiah's crew gets captured in a POW camp, and the U.S. wants to destroy that camp and bomb it to hide the evidence because they were all injected with serum that they were testing. And he raids the camp and saves them. And it's similar to how Steve saves the POWs in the first movie. And then he gets praised for it, you know? And instead, they do experiments and they fucking jail Isaiah for 30 years and he's never able to see his wife again. I thought that was pretty crazy, man. Like that's I want to see like maybe in the future if they do a show like Isaiah, like a young Isaiah, like everything that he had to go through and shit like that. I think that'd be really good.
That would be cool.
So yeah, he tells Sam that they'll never let a black man be Captain America, and no respecting black man would ever want to be. I fucking get it, man. I fucking get it. How did you feel about the whole thing overall? It was like after hearing the story and stuff like that, like it has like in the beginning, right, of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and even at the end of Endgame, I was kind of like, okay, what? Like I get that he could pass the shield down to Bucky or he can pass it down to Sam, right? Because in the comics, it could go to either one. It doesn't matter because they've both been Captain America in the past. Yeah. So they gave it to Sam, and I was kind of like, okay, I'd rather have it with Bucky. Like I'm in the same boat as you. I'd rather have Bucky be Captain America. But then after like all this backstory, I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's have like I'm rooting for Sam right now. I want him to be Captain America.
Yeah.
But yeah, how did you feel about it overall?
I mean, like I said, like at first I already knew what was coming. And after hearing it, like, it's like, wow, like, this was a really heartwarming scene and struggle. Like, especially, like, I guess what got me was, where I guess they told his wife that he was dead, or, like, she was sending him letters and they kept it in a box.
Yeah.
And, like, man, that shit was like, what? That's fucked up. But, like,
yeah, and the only reason he got out is because some nurse took pity on him and pronounced him dead.
pronounced him dead. Yeah, and like she gave him the box, so
Yeah.
yeah. So I understand why he was so bitter at the beginning. Like he's like, "Get the fuck out of here, dude."
Yeah, yeah. So Sam goes and he rallies the community to fix his parents' boat. We get a montage of Sam and Bucky fixing the boat and training using the shield, you know, so you can get used to the shield.
Okay, so this is
And
where
bonding. I know this is, you hate this part, don't you?
dude, I don't care about this fucking boat. Like, I don't care. Like, I get we're trying to have like a backstory for Sam, but I don't care. Like, I don't care about this. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm sorry. Like, people probably, what the fuck's the matter with you? But like,
it's funny. I was watching the episode and I was like, no, I ain't gonna like this part.
I don't care. But so when Bucky shows up, you notice how him and Sam's sister got a little like.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious, dude. Yeah,
The eye going on. I was like, all right, I could, you know, Bucky's always talking shit to Sam. Like, dude, bang, he's probably gonna bang his sister. Like, yeah.
Bucky was always a ladies' man too. Like even in the first Captain America, remember he was always with the girl. Yeah, so.
And she wants him. Like it's obvious. She was staring him down hard.
Oh, that was so funny. And they even acknowledge it later. He's like, stop flirting with my sister.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
We also get Walker, and he visits Lamar's family, and he lies to them, dude. He's slowly turning into U.S. agent, dude. Yeah,
dude. Like, man, like even like when like they give him the picture like of him in Battlestar.
Yeah, dude.
Like he still just fucking lied. Like, yeah, like he got his justice.
Yep.
Straight up lied.
Like he's slowly turning into U.S. agent, and I love that. I love that transformation, man. Like this next episode is gonna be really good because it's gonna be like a, yeah, it's the last one, and it's gonna be like some like triple threat fight, which is gonna be awesome. We get a scene towards the end with Sharon Carter. So do you watch the show with closed caption on? I do. I always do. Yeah, like the text at the bottom, if you can't hear what's going on.
No, I usually don't.
So did you know it was Batroc she was talking to on the phone or no?
No, I did not.
Okay, so I didn't know either, but you could hear French on the other side, so you can assume that it's Batroc. But at the like when she's talking, it shows Batroc talking back, and it has like the dialogue as well. So I was like, oh shit! So I was sitting there, I'm like, okay, what's going on? Like, and then she says like, I can pay you more than the last time or whatever. So
yeah, she's like, I'll double it.
Yeah. So she was behind the attack the first time when Sam was, and that first mission, the opening scene we have of the entire show in episode 1, where he's saving that the pilot. And Batroc's there. So she was behind that.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
So now she's sending Batroc to New York to help the Flag Smashers.
I told you that bitch was fucking crazy.
Yeah. So I don't know. She might be the power broker, dude. But they always use he when they refer to the power broker. So
yeah.
I mean, we have to get a reveal on episode 6 of who the power broker is, right?
Like, yeah.
But yeah, and then we end the episode with the Flag Smashers about to attack the GRC, some like convention they're having in New York. And then we get Sam opening up the box, the gift that Bucky got him from Wakanda, or Wakanda gave Bucky. And he opens it up, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna see the Cap suit. I'm like, show it to us, show it. And it's there for like 10 seconds, dude. And on his face as he's opening the box, and I'm like, come on, show it. And then it just fucking ends. I'm like, give me what I want.
So like, I already assumed automatically it's the suit. But I'm assuming too he's gonna have better wings, because if I remember when he was Cap, he was still rocking the wings.
When he was Cap, he's still rocking the wings. That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
He's gonna have the wings. So he's gonna have the wings. He's gonna have the shield, which is gonna be awesome.
Yes, it's gonna
I mean, if it's the Cap suit that they have in the comics, that suit's pretty badass.
It's pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I was like, I want that suit.
Him with those with the goggles and the Cap suit on, fuck, he looks amazing. If they can keep it like that,
The training scene though, that was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like when like he starts off, he's getting used to it, and then he slowly, and then eventually gets better at catching it.
Yeah.
And flips and shit. Like I was like, I like that scene. I thought that was really great. Like it was really cool.
I think you gotta have that scene too, right? Because if you don't have that scene, then people are gonna be like, "How did he get so good with the shield?" Like, you know, people are gonna be all fucking anal about it. So, you know, I like to see it too. The training montage is pretty cool, and you know, he was shit at they show him as being completely garbage, and he slowly picks it up. So I'm like, all right, so people won't say shit if he can, you know, throw around the shield and catch it and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we get our first post-credit ending scene too, with John Walker making his shield out of a bunch of scraps.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay, so I'm gonna be honest with this next episode. I'm gonna be mad if these two shields collide and John Walker's doesn't fucking disintegrate. Cause what is he making that out of? Like, you got vibranium, right? Which is the shield. And then you get whatever the fuck that John Walker's making. So
but what if John Walker somehow, remember now, you know, Madam Hydra showed herself already. What if somehow, some way, his shield gets made of what they call adamantium?
That'd be dope as
somehow we start seeing mutants flying all over. You get what I'm saying?
You're asking for too much. You're asking for too much right now. But hey, maybe the Power Broker might be some high-ranking mutant, because that is a fucking mutant city. So
yeah,
hey, you never know, man. But yeah, we got one episode left, guys, of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So I want your predictions, man. What's going on? What's gonna happen in this next episode? What's gonna happen? What do you think's gonna happen? What do you want to happen? And then I'll go.
What I want to happen? I just want to see like a great showdown between John Walker and Sam, because I mean, that's pretty much what it comes down to. Like the man who took the mantle, who didn't deserve it, up against the guy who Steve Rogers, like, you know, like said, you do deserve this shield. So, I mean, that's really when it comes down to like them two, and I mean, Bucky's there.
Yeah. Bucky's just there. I felt like if there's a season 2 of this, right? Which I think there needs to be a season 2 of this.
I was going to ask you that. Do you think there will be one?
I really want to see one. How about you? Do you really want to see a season 2?
I would like to see a season 2.
So I would think, right? Because season 1, we're more into Sam's story, right? I would like to see season 2 be more into Bucky's story. Yeah. Because right now it's all about Sam. So season 2, I'd like to see it be all about Bucky, you know?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I would love to see a season 2. I hope they do a season 2. I mean, we get these characters, but we don't get to see them again until when? Like another giant team up, or like another Avengers movie or something like that?
Yeah, and who knows how fucking long that's
exactly. But yeah. So next episode, what I'd like to see is them destroying the Flag Smashers. I fucking hate Carly already. You can get rid of her. I don't care if you kill her. I don't care. I feel like the Flag Smashers this whole series have just been like, like they're not the real villain.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I don't care about the Flag Smashers. Like, I feel like they're just in it to be in it. Like, I don't understand what, you know.
Yeah. I'm at this point, I'm just like, fuck Carly. Like, she bombed like a whole building with people in it. She killed Battlestar. Like, if John Walker kills her, he kills her. I don't care at this point. Yeah. But you know it's gonna be Sam and Bucky to stop him. So.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And then maybe she goes to the raft. Maybe John Walker goes to the raft. And maybe now they got to team up, and that's the new Thunderbolts team. What if you got Zemo?
We'll go to the raft.
Okay. So what do you think about Carly? You think she'll live? Someone's dying.
Live, but if you know, Sam already took pity on her. He might be like, "Oh, yeah, just go, get out of here,
leave, run,
don't turn back, just go."
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly, I would not care if she gets killed.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah. But yeah, I want to see Thunderbolts. I want to see Red Hulk. I want to see them set up the whole Thunderbolts arc. The only thing is, I don't want to see Thunderbolts in a show, if that makes sense. I want to see it as a movie. Because, you know, you get that money, you know. You get some better CGI and shit. So I want to see them set up the Thunderbolts and then have a Thunderbolts movie.
But who would run it? Because Zemo ran it, and Thunderbolt Ross ran it. So who do you... I would prefer Thunderbolt Ross because I could never get into the Zemo ones. Yeah. I mean, my figure was the Norman Osborn ones, but Norman Osborn ain't in here. So that's out of the picture. So I did enjoy Ross arc. So I would rather have him.
I don't think they've ever been together on the team together. Like
Thunderbolt Ross and Zemo. Yeah, they've never been together.
So maybe they will put them together, and maybe Ross will keep Zemo in check, which keeps the rest of the team in check. I don't know how that would go. Or maybe Ross would play more of like a role where he's in the chair, you know, and they're the ones out there on the field.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I like this guy. He said Dark Avengers was pretty badass. I loved fucking Dark Avengers. Thunderbolts, Dark Avengers, Norman Osborn. Dude, one of my favorite Marvel arcs ever in the Marvel universe. I love that shit. So good on you.
Now that we're done with Falcon and Winter Soldier, right? And we're about to start Shazam. Before we go into Shazam, did you hear the rumors about Green Goblin being in Spider-Man 3?
No.
He's apparently going to be the main villain, and it's the Green Goblin from the Tobey Maguire movies. Yeah, there's a lot of news that came out over like since like the past 2 weeks that we've been gone. There's a lot of leaks and stuff like that. The Doc Ock is going to be in it too. He announced his role.
I heard that.
Yeah. Willem Dafoe is definitely in the movie.
Wait, what? 'Cause I was just about to say that. Like, you mean William Dafoe?
William Dafoe is in Spider-Man 3. Yes.
But is this Spider-Man 3 going to be like a whole Earth tear dimension type thing?
I think so. Yeah, it's going to be like the Spider-Verse kind of.
The Spider-Verse, so I guess that's why.
Yeah. So there's a lot of rumors and leaks that are going on. None of them are confirmed to be true, but Willem Dafoe is in the movie. But
what the fuck?
Dude, this Spider-Man 3 movie is going to be the shit.
Okay.
like, it's going to be the shit, dude.
So, okay, since we're talking about Spider-Man, what do you think about this Spider-Man?
So we grew up with Maguire, right? Like, we were in high school when Maguire came out. I loved Maguire's Spider-Man.
What are you talking about? How old are you? Dude, I was like elementary.
I think... Oh, no. Yeah, you're right. I specifically remember skipping high school, I think, to go see Spider-Man 2 or 3. It might have been 3.
Yeah, 3 came out when we were in high school.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know if you did the whole school skip thing, but we all there was like a group of us. We all skipped and we all went to go see Spider-Man 3. It was pretty cool.
I was cool like you, Tony. I didn't have friends to go to the movie.
Well, you know what? If we were friends back then, Noe, I would have invited you, okay?
That's fine. Accept it.
But yeah, I like Tom Holland as Spider-Man. I think he's the best overall version. Tobey Maguire was a good Peter Parker. I think he was a little too old for the role, but whatever, man. He was still good. I loved him. Spider-Man 1 and 2 were awesome. 3 was meh.
Yeah.
I think they should have just done away with Venom, not had Venom in that fucking movie. If you just had Sandman and the Hobgoblin, you would have been fine. But yeah, I don't think you needed to do Venom in that movie.
Well, there's a whole story. I don't know if you ever knew about why Venom was in there. What's his name? The director. What's his name? Sam Raimi.
Which is doing Doctor Strange 2, by the way. And Doctor Strange is going to be in Spider-Man 3. Just putting that out there.
Yes. But Spider-Man 3, Venom, he was forced to put Venom in there.
Really?
He didn't want Venom in there. The studio, Sony, was like, hey, he's a real popular villain. You have to put him in there. So he did what he could to squeeze him in, but he did not want Venom in that movie.
Looking back at that movie, you can kind of see that Venom was kind of...
It's totally obvious. Like, he was just thrown in there, like, fuck.
Yeah. Okay, that Spider-Man 3 was trash. But I love Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man. I really do.
Yeah. Forget about Andrew Garfield. He was
Andrew,
the best. But
Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker was complete garbage, and it wasn't his fault. It was the writing. He was some like hipster Peter Parker, and it was just terrible. I hated it.
he was a Peter Parker. Like he wasn't the loser. Like
I like the loser, man. I like the loser. I can resonate with the loser.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like Peter Parker's always been a loser character. Like Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker was the cool kid. He's fucking skateboarding, doing kick flips and shit. Peter Parker never did that shit. Like he was taking tests.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
trying to get into a good college, you know? He didn't have any money.
Yeah.
Now Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man was on point, I think. Did you like his Spider? Because his Spider-Man's like quippy, and he has the jokes and stuff like that. That's Spider-Man, yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. I love this Spider-Man. Like I liked his comedian side, because Spider-Man in the comics, he's always fucking talking shit, but like in a funny way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then so what was it? He had 2 movies, right?
Yeah, he had 2.
Was it Lizard? He had Lizard Man in the first one.
Lizard, and part 2 was
Electro. Yeah.
Which is supposed to be in this Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, it was supposed to be in Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
The Spider-Man 3 seems crazy, and they're weaving so much shit into it. It's probably gonna be like a 3-hour movie, which I'm all for, man. Like, give it to us, man. Make it good.
Spider-Man and Deadpool is what we need. I mean,
their team up in the comics was pretty hilarious.
I never read them, but I heard they were real good.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
we gotta get Deadpool in first, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say we need to get Deadpool in, but like, I mean, there's all these things too about how Marvel isn't taking the R-rated fucking sign yet. You know what I mean? Like they ain't pushing R-rated movies yet.
I mean, if we can live in a world where John Walker fucking caved somebody's chest and there's blood all over the shield, that was pretty dark, by the way. Like
it was dark.
Yeah.
But I guess.
Well, we can get a rated R movie, damn it.
Yeah, because like they announced Blade.
Yeah.
How are you gonna top those? Because I mean, you can say all you want about the third one with what's his name, Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
But those first 2, like, I mean, yeah, they're what, like almost 20 years old, or like maybe 20 years old. They are still fucking good,
and they still hold up.
They're bloody. Like for Disney to bring a Blade movie, you know they can't be underneath. They gotta be better than those films, because you know that's the market. They want to be better. So it's like, how the fuck are you gonna do it?
Yeah.
But anyway, that's just something I gotta say. Like,
I don't know how they're gonna do it either. I really want to see it as a rated R movie, because like the original, like the first 2 Blade movies were just
they're
so
amazing.
good.
I just saw them like not long ago. Like they still hold up.
And they kept Marvel in fucking business, because those were Marvel's movies when they first came out. So, you know, rated R. Come on, Marvel, do it.
Do it.
All right, man. So we're gonna get into Shazam, which is a movie you recommended me.
I did.
And let me tell you, dude, it was a good recommendation. I got a new favorite DC movie. How the fuck did I not watch this before? I remember, okay, so I saw the trailers and everything for it coming out, right? And I was like, okay, Shazam. He's like one of my favorite characters in DC. I want to see this fucking movie. And then it came out, and you know, everybody said it was good and everything. I'm like, all right, cool. I was like, I'll watch it when I watch it. 3 years go by, still haven't seen it. And then you're like, dude, you gotta see Shazam. It's actually really good. Dude, it is such a good fucking movie.
It's a good fucking movie.
It's okay. It's a great movie. Go ahead, you can start off.
Oh no, I was gonna say like this movie, like I love this movie. Like every time people say like, oh, DC doesn't have great movies, because you know everyone's still stuck on like Batman versus Superman, and then it's still how it was so dark that like, you know, people are just like, I don't like it. But I always tell people about Shazam. I'm like, dude, watch Shazam. And like either people never heard of it, or they've heard of it but never seen it. And I've told people about this movie, and everybody I've recommended it to, they tell me like, dude, like it was a good movie. And just like you said, like it's a good fucking movie.
It's
like,
a good movie, man. It's a damn good movie. I loved it. Like I was starting to watch it, and I was like, All right, let's see Shazam. Let's see this origin story. And when it starts off, of course, has the opening scene with Savannah, but you don't know
Yeah.
it. You don't know who it is. Like
No.
you don't know what kid this is, right? And
No.
the father and the brother are kind of being a dick
They're
to
assholes.
yeah, they're being straight dick to this kid, and yeah, and then he gets teleported to the wizard sanctum, and you know he
The wizard Shazam.
and he's not worthy, and he gets teleported back into the car, and he's just like searching for this wizard again, and they get into the crash or whatever, and you find out, okay, that's not Billy, it's somebody else. So
Yeah.
yeah, you're led to believe at least in the beginning that this would be the guy that's gonna be Shazam, but it's not. It's a villain of the movie, which you can
Yeah.
resonate with this villain. I feel like I didn't I understood why this villain was the way he was. Like
Yeah.
it was good. I liked it.
So yeah, we're introduced to pretty much we get the origins of the bad guy, and then right after that, we get the introduction of Billy.
Yeah.
Billy Batson.
Hmm.
Billy Batson is a foster child. He what does he do? He fucks with the cops. Uh,
It's funny how they parallel, right? One kid is getting shit on, the other one is shitting on some cops. So you would think that Billy is the one that's not worthy, and the
yeah,
other and the other one would be worthy.
yeah.
I like that parallel.
And then what is it? We get his flashback because the point is he fucks with the cops so he could get info on his mom, look up her name, and see if he could find her. And then we get the flashback of he got lost at a carnival or a parade. I mean, yeah, a
It
carnival,
was a
right?
carnival, yeah.
And yeah, we get his origins, and then turns out he's at the wrong house. It's not his mom. Cops show up and they take him back to what it looks like the adoption agency
Yeah,
or
some adoption agency or something. Um, yeah, some adoption agency. I guess he's just like in and out of foster homes and shit. Um,
So, what do you feel about this character Billy though? Like Billy Batson?
okay, I liked him, but I liked Freddy more, dude. I think Freddy stole
Yeah,
the show.
we're gonna get into that. So he gets adopted again by another couple, and they raise other adopted children. So we're introduced to Darla, the Chinese kid, the older sister who's hot, by the way. I'm not gonna lie, she's fucking hot.
She's going to like
Um,
some college or something. Yeah.
trying to get to college. The Mexican, and then we're introduced to who I think honestly outshines Billy, and just like you said, Freddy. Freddy's like one of the best supporting characters ever, and like a fucking the Chinese kid has a name racist, like not racist, just saying
I
can't
forgot.
remember all of their names.
It's funny, right? They got like a their family is just like mixed, right? You get
Yeah,
the Mexican kid, you get you get the little black girl, which is awesome. I fall in love with his family like immediately. I don't
yeah,
know
like
about you.
no, yeah, I really did like all the family, even the parents. Like I like their chemistry, especially the dad. The dad's funny.
Yeah, the dad was pretty funny. He's like Hawaiian, right, or something like
Yeah,
that,
I was about to
Samoan
say,
or
but I
something.
didn't want no one to call me racist, so I wasn't I was about to say I was like the Hawaiian guy, right? But I was like, I'm not going to say anything else. Like, got shut down our podcast. Twitch just shut our shit down.
But yeah, that whole family was awesome, man. I loved him. Billy was kind of kind of a dick, but you know.
Yeah. How do I report? But yeah, we're introduced to Freddy, and to me, if you notice, this movie takes place in the Snyderverse. If you caught,
Okay, I was gonna
um,
ask you about this. Does it really? Because you never see Superman's face and you never see Batman's face.
okay, no, but those bat blades, those are the Ben Affleck bat blades, and the bullets. Well, the bullets don't indicate anything. That it's just that
Yeah,
he
there's
got
just
shot.
bullets. Yeah,
Yeah, but that bat blade, that batarang, I'm sorry, bat blade.
yeah.
That's the Ben Affleck style. It's not the fucking what Christian
Christian
Bell
Bale. Yeah.
or anybody else's. It's the fucking it's the bat flick. Bat flick Batman.
So the reason I asked that is because even at the end, right, we get he's like, oh, invited a friend, and it's Superman, but you don't see Superman's face.
It's a suit. It's Henry Cavill's suit.
Yeah, it is Henry Cavill's suit, but you don't see his face. So
Yeah, you don't see his face, but yeah.
so okay, so if this is in the Snyderverse, I don't know. This movie did not have the same tone as the Snyderverse.
No, that's why like I recommend it. Like it's more like in between. Like it's not like a Marvel movie or like a DC. It's like it meets in between, like them both.
Yeah,
Like
there's cussing and everything, and it's funny still.
and
They're saying shit.
there's scenes where like you watch and it's like, dude, that's pretty dark. But then it goes back to being like more kid friendly and like, you know what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say?
yeah. So yeah, my question was, or I knew you were gonna ask about the Snyderverse thing, or talk about the Snyderverse thing. If this is not in the Snyderverse, I'd be okay with it. I'd be fine with it.
Well, it could not be. I mean, it
Yeah,
technically it like you said, like it hasn't shown nobody's face.
yeah.
Technically, it can. It could be, and it's another whole fucking universe. So
So
yeah,
Shazam is the latest movie to come out, right? Other than Wonder Woman.
I think so.
So I
I
think
think.
Shazam was probably like the start off point of how they wanted to reboot their universe. I think this is just what I think.
Well, it came out in 2019.
Okay, so 2 years ago, then Wonder Woman 1984 came out, and
Was that
then
next?
yeah, it had to be next,
Jesus.
and then Snyder Cut came out.
Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah.
But yeah, if this isn't part of the Snyderverse, hey, you know what? Totally
It'll
cool with it.
yeah, it'll still work out.
Yeah. If they want to do a different universe with Shazam, hey, I'm fine with it. That's fine. That's cool. I love this character already. It's awesome.
Yeah. So
Uh,
like
yeah.
what?
Go ahead.
So
Go.
we just finished meeting the Foster family, and then we go the next day. We skip. We go to the school, and which it's a pretty fucked up scene. You know, we get to see them. They go to school, and Darla, the cute little innocent girl, who's all about family and all that. Like I forgot what exactly she was telling Billy, but I forgot.
She
And
says
like
something about hey, like she calls him brother or something like that.
he just like put his head down, like almost as if he was gonna just whisper in her ear and be a dick. And he's like, "I'm not your real brother." And like, it's what like, oh man, her face. It's like Jesus, this is a movie, and it had me in my feels.
She was like a really good like little actress.
Yeah,
Like
she was.
she was awesome. She did an amazing job in this. But yeah, like when he's like, you don't have, like we're not really brother and sister. You don't have to call me brother. I was like, you could see the hurt on her face as she walked away. I was like, why are you a dick, Billy? Stop being a dick.
Man, what's wrong with him?
It's funny because we're introduced to that family, and like, it's so weird. Like, every single one of them, I like every single one of them. They're all fucking awesome.
Yeah.
The parents included too.
Mhm. And then what's after that? We get to I mean Billy and what's his name? Dang, I already forgot. The funny one.
Freddie.
Freddie. He has a little conversation of like, oh, if you had a power, flight, or invisibility, which one would you be? He's like, fly away from this conversation or some shit. He's such a dick.
Get shit on, kid.
Yeah, like straight up. Like and then Bill what's his name? Freddie's like, no, you know why I'd be invisible? So no one could see me, or like, I don't know, it's just real like sad moment.
They're having this conversation. It's funny, and Freddie's just going in depth. He's like, they also did a survey anonymously and they asked again, what superpowers would you take? And a lot of people picked invisibility because everybody's secretly shitty. And I think that was like the theme of the movie, right? Everybody is shitty. Like Shazam is never gonna find somebody that's pure of heart for them to take the power.
Yeah. And then we get to the scene right after where he gets bullied. Freddy gets bullied, and he's pretty much getting his ass beat by these two
Douchebags.
douchebags that drive a Raptor for some reason, and they go to a middle school. Like, I don't know. Like, I think like they're high schoolers picking on elementary kids.
This school is weird, bro. It has like it's like grade fucking 1 to grade to like you graduate to like
grade high school, like the senior year of high school.
Yeah, I don't. There's no segregation in this school. It's grade 1 through fucking grade 12.
Yeah, and like Freddy's getting his ass whooped, like beat, and Billy's there, and like at first Billy don't care, like he still walks away, but when they say how like, oh, your mom's not your real mom, that's what triggers him. Like, and
yeah. So they're beating up Freddy. I think they're knocking him down, or they hit him with a truck, I think, and then they slapping him around while he's there. Yeah, I'm like, really gonna go for the cripple kid, you assholes?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's walking away, and what do they say? Something about his mom or what?
Yeah, they're like, you're mad or like upset because your mom isn't your real mom or something like that.
Or your mom left you or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And it triggers him, and like he like just he fights back and he runs away. And then we get the whole he meets the wizard. Billy meets the wizard, which was a pretty funny scene. I like how like he meets him and like what does he fucking tell him? Like he's like, Wizard Shazam, the all supreme. He's like, oh, you're that guy. That was so fucking funny.
Yeah. I was dying right when he was like, oh, this, or I forgot what he says, something about the stop. He's like, hey man, like I don't have anything. like insinuating that he's a bum or something.
Yeah,
it was hilarious. Oh.
And like he tells him like, hey, like you're pure of heart, I'm dying. But the thing that got me was there's an Easter egg or a reference of Black Adam. They don't say Black Adam, but it's fucking Black Adam.
Yeah, like, yeah. So he's the one that unleashed the 7 deadly sins, right? Is that the one they're talking about?
Yeah, that's the one they're talking about.
Because they said they gave somebody their power that betrayed them in the end.
That's Black Adam. So yeah, that was a cool little Easter egg, and like I was like, that's fucking Black Adam, like, which is going to be played by The Rock. If you haven't noticed by now, it's been like talked about for I don't know, 4 or 5 years already, and we still not in costume.
They announced yesterday, I believe, or 2 days ago, that Lucy Liu is now in the movie, and she's going to be playing a villain role, I think.
Lucy Liu?
Lucy Liu, yes, Lucy Liu.
I forgot. Dang, I totally forgot about her.
Yeah.
Lucy Liu, eh?
So we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, we'll see.
But yeah, I like the Easter egg reference. That was pretty cool. I wanted to see more of it, you know. I was like, give me the black suit at least. Show us something.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, then we saw the seven deadly sins too, which was pretty cool.
Dude, those things are fucking scary.
Yeah,
they're in statue form. Like it's like, dude, these things are fucking like the voice acting on those are like top tier. Like they did good.
Yeah, I agree. It was really cool.
And then after that, I mean, yeah, he gets the whole like say my name, and like he's like, I don't know your name, dude. And he's like, he's like, what? Like, you know, he does his little laugh, and like then he says it, he's like Shazam, and like I like the effects on it, how he just vanishes, and like he just lifts up his staff, he's like, power of Zeus, the strength of Hercules, the speed of Mercury. Like, dude, that shit was so fucking good. Like, dude, that actor, I forgot his name, great fucking actor. He plays the Wizard Shazam, amazing. Like, I love that scene.
That's like, the same actor. He does a crossover. He's also in Marvel too. He's in the first Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, he's that. Yeah, I know who he is. I just don't know his name.
I forget his name, but it's funny because he has that meme that goes around where he's like, who? Yeah, I'm like, who's that actor's name? I forgot his fucking name.
But yeah, dude, I really love that scene. Like, it was great. And then he pops back up, like, but now he's like, he's Shazam. He's superhero form now. He's not Billy no more. He's Shazam.
Yeah.
And he's like what? My voice? What? Like, what'd you do to my voice? Now, like,
it was awesome. I love the way that he was just like he was in that form for like the whole day too. Like he didn't know how to revert.
yeah. So like, what? So Shazam dies. The wizard, like, he turns to ash, right? And like, he fucking freaks the fuck out. Like, he's like, what the fuck? And like, he wakes up at the subway, right? The subway cart.
Yeah, some
And
guy's talking to him, and he's just like, "Hey, I like your outfit, man."
yeah, like, I would say that's like the one of the funniest scenes. Like, hey, my man, like, red suit, gold cape, gold boot, gold belt. It shouldn't work, but it does. Like, dude, like, that's funny.
Yeah, that was really good. It was authentic to the suit too. It's authentic. I like
Oh
it.
yeah, like, it's so cheesy. Like, they didn't try to, like, you know how, like, this modern time where we got to make it look a little bit more badass. Like,
Yeah.
they kept the suit cheesy and it still worked.
Yep.
Like,
It still
even
works.
the cape looks like my curtains, dude, for my, my windows. It works though. Like, it works real well. Like, I really like, and I don't remember the director, but props to the director. This movie's really great.
Yeah, and it stands out amongst all the other DC movies. Like,
Yeah,
like this, like I've only seen it once, and it's already my favorite fucking movie. I love it. It's awesome.
great movie. So what? So then we go back to our antagonist. We get to go back to Savano.
Mm-hmm.
We learned that, like, I guess through the years he's been looking to find these people that have been having the same visions or dreams as he did, to try and find the code that he's really looking for so he could find the wizard.
Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah. So this actually takes place before Billy becomes Shazam, because the wizard's still alive. So we're off. I'm a little off track, so my bad. But
That's all right. Yeah.
So yeah, like he's doing research with all these people across the world.
I thought that was pretty cool, dude. I love that whole thing. He was like, he like compiled like a bunch of testimony and stuff from other people that were having the same, or that had the same like event happen to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when he was a kid in the car and how he got teleported away, and the weird wizard that's like, hey, trying to give him his power and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but the assistant, the doctor that's doing the interview, the woman or whatever, I hated that character. Like, I'm glad she got evaporated like 5 seconds later.
I'm gonna say that moment where she gets like disintegrated, that scene is like out there. Like how she like turns her head and like looks at him when she opens the door, and she just like she fucking disintegrates. Like, yep. I was like, bro, that's fucking hardcore. Like,
I was like, good. I hate, like, this character's had like a minute of screen time and I fucking hate her already. Get rid of her.
But yeah, he meets the wizard. Like, he's like, oh, you remember me? He's like, yeah, you're the guy, you're the kid from the car, or like something like that.
And I like, get it, man, because that kid was getting shit on too.
Oh, yeah.
And then he goes there, and then he's told he's not worthy. And then he's just like, yeah, I'm back, motherfucker. And guess what? I'm going to unlock this 7 deadly sins now.
Yeah, dude, like, he does it. And like, it was really great. Like, how, especially how it went in his eye. Like, that came from nowhere. Like, I was like, oh shit. Like,
yeah, because you see the glasses fall on the floor and you see one of them are broken. So you're like, oh shit, it went in his eye.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know about you, but I've never read the 7 Deadly Sins with Shazam. Have you? Like any of the comic books?
When it came to me, like, Shazam was always in the Justice League comics. Yeah. I read. But when it comes to like actually like reading like solo Shazam books, no.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Gotcha. So because I was kind of like, because when I think Shazam, I think Black Adam, right? Because they're supposed to be rivals. So I was kind of like, okay, I've never heard of the 7 Deadly Sins, but all right, I'll check it out. But it ended up being really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, the guy breaks Savannah, right? Or Savano, whatever his name is. He gets 7 Deadly Sins, and then he goes to his dad's like what is it, company? Yeah, and they're like millionaires or whatever. And he wrecks the entire board. Like, he unleashes the 7 Deadly Sins on all of them.
That scene, like for like that scene not having blood or anything, it was pretty dark because like if you pay attention, those creatures are like sticking those peoples and tearing their heads off. But like they cut the scene real
Or
quick.
eating them, yeah.
They cut it real quick to where you can't see like any type of skin tear or blood splash. Like it's crazy.
It's more
like,
sound effects and then your imagination. You know what's
Yeah.
gonna happen.
Yeah. It's crazy.
The cool part was when he's talking, or he goes up to his dad, and then his brother stops him, right, and is talking to him, and then he just yeets his fucking brother out the window. I was like, "Fuck that guy!" I was like, "Fuck him! Yes, kill him!" I was like, "Peace, motherfucker! Get the fuck out of here, you piece of shit! I'm glad you're dead." And then when he killed the dad too, I was like, "Fuck him too!" I was like, "I understand, dude. I'm right there with you. Like, I understand. Kill him. Fuck him." Over here becoming a fucking villain, dude.
And then after that, so yeah, our villain takes revenge on his family. We go back to Shazam, and he meets up at the foster home. But of course, like he's like in Shazam form, so he can't just walk through the door. So he sees Billy,
Yeah.
this shit freaks the fuck out.
Yeah.
He's like, "Yo, it's me. Just meet me outside." Blah blah blah. And like we get the moment where like Freddy, I'm sorry, I said Billy. Where Freddy is like trying to pretty much show him like what it takes to be a hero, or like try to awaken his powers, pretty much.
Yeah, because Freddy's basically like a superhero nerd. Like, he knows everything about Superman. He knows everything about Batman. And now that his new best friend has superpowers, they got to test everything out.
Yeah. I like where he's like, what is it called? He's like, let's see if we can turn invisible. And he's like, oh wait, like, sorry. He's like, oh shit, like, where are you? I can't see you. He's like, are you serious? I can't see you. And then like out of nowhere, like this fucking dude's just like, hey, nice costume, dipshit. Like
yeah, he's over there dancing. This movie was surprisingly hilarious. Like, it had some really good comedy in it. Like he's over here dancing like, and he's like, oh my god, he can't see me. And then the guy like a block away is just like, hey, nice costume, dipshit. That was fucking funny, dude.
And then we go to the park. I think they're like using the lightning. Yeah, because they find out he could use lightning with his fingers.
Yeah.
And they're there, and then like it looks like a woman's getting robbed, and like he just super speeds there and like hits the dude, and like he's like, oh, sorry, like this dude was robbing you, and she's like, what? No, I took care of it myself. I pepper sprayed him, and she's like, right, good job, like.
Because he hears like a woman crying or whatever, and then he goes in and she's like, "No, that was him crying. I pepper sprayed him." Yeah, there was some really, really hilarious parts in this movie.
And his name, Captain Sparkle Fingers.
Sparkle Fingers, yeah. I like the. Did he ever? I think throughout the movie he never got the name Shazam, right? Like they never call him Shazam.
He never called him Shazam.
He's also Captain Marvel too, right?
He used to be. I mean, we could go down that route. Like, yeah.
I don't think Marvel would like us calling him Captain Marvel. So I think he's just Shazam now.
Just Shazam now.
Yeah, I prefer Shazam anyway. I think that's just a better name. But yeah, he's learning all his abilities, training up basically, and what happens next?
We get to the part where they're at the convenience store because they want to buy beer.
Oh, right? Yeah.
Like, what did you say? Like, can you point me to like your beer selection or some shit? And like,
I'll have your finest beer, please.
I'll have your finest beer, please. Like, all smiling. She's just like, it's back there, like there.
I like how he walks that way, and Freddy's just like right behind him, just standing there.
Yeah. And so they get the beer. Well, right before they check out, they get robbed. Yeah. So like. He's like, hey, like, is there a problem here? And they start shooting him up, and they're like, oh shit, you got bullet immunity. And like they're like, oh, like great. And then the scene where he's like, and like he's like, wait, what? He's like, your suit we got to know if your suit's immune to bullets, but we need to make sure if you're immune, like your head and all
Shoot
that.
him in
And
the
like,
face.
in the face, they start shooting him, and like, yeah, of course, like he still could
Bounce
deflect
bullets. Yeah.
So
That scene was
yeah,
really hilarious too, because he's like, "Wait, what?"
yeah. So then he just like saves the day, and then like they get the beer, and then they don't like it. They go back and get beef jerky and like snacks, fat snacks.
Yeah,
That's
like
what I
they
call them.
grub out. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Beef jerky, Cheetos, all kinds of stuff, soda. That was awesome. I like how they both spit out the beer at the same time. They're like, ah.
Puke or barf or something.
Yeah. um.
And then we go back. So we go back to the foster home, right? Yeah, we go back to the foster home, and
This is where they're sneaking in. The part you were talking about them sneaking in.
yeah, so like they sneak in, and Billy, well, Shazam actually says goodnight when they're sneaking up to the foster parents. They're like, "Oh, who's that?" And like they're like, "Oh, it's Billy. Like he's not feeling well though, because I guess he had ran away. Yeah, the day prior he had ran away.
So they stayed up because they're still looking for him. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're putting up a Christmas tree at the same time. So yeah, they run up and they run into Darla's room, and she's kind of like, "Who the fuck is that?" He's like, "Hey, it's me." Like real quick, like, "Hey, look, it's me, Billy. I was transformed by some wizard dude." Like, and like, I forgot what did he say? Or like some wizard dude Shazam. So like right when he said Shazam, like he turned into back to Billy.
Yeah, it goes from Shazam to Billy.
Yeah. So like then they figure out like, oh, like you could transform with just a word.
Yeah, yeah, which is that's how they find out.
Yeah. And so we get to the next day, and then that's when we get the whole montage of them training. Like, it does a little quick like YouTube snip of their training. Like they're trying to figure out what he can do, like fly or jump or laser eye beams, invisibility, like transportation, like all that.
I love when he sets them on fire.
Yeah.
They're like teleportation test, and he's just like secretly fire resistant test.
Yeah.
Throws a lighter fluid all over and sets him on fire. That was pretty funny. I think Freddy steals this movie, man. He was so good.
Yeah, like Freddy's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And so, like, what comes next? Like, I think we go back to the bad guy, don't we? Or
we go back to yeah, the bad. So after he kills like the whole boardroom and everything, the 7 deadly sins are like, hey, whoever the wizard passes his power onto is more powerful than you. Got to kill him before he realizes his potential. So he's on a quest to look for Billy, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. So like we're already getting like feud between Billy and Freddy. We're getting like a little feud because I guess what did Freddy do? He said he knew Shazam because Shazam was getting so popular on YouTube. He's like, wait, what did they call him? The red lightning?
No, the red cyclone.
There you go. Like the red cyclone,
which is a reference to the red cyclone in DC Comics.
Yeah. And what was that? What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, and then he's those two bullies or whatever. Like they're messing with him, and he's just like, "Hey, Shazam's my friend. He's gonna come and show you all you guys tomorrow at lunch."
Yeah. So like he was supposed to show up. He doesn't show up.
Yeah, he's off having a good time, basically.
Yeah. Good time being Shazam, panhandling for money, pretty much, because he's lightning thing. So
did you like the Rocky song that he had playing at the top of the Philadelphia thing?
What did you say?
Lightning with my hands.
My hands. Lightning. Yeah.
And then we get the first, I guess, superhero scene from him because he causes like a bus to run off the tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that part was funny because the fucking dog was in the way. Remember, like,
yeah. Be a good boy. Move.
And, like, dog moves and like, yeah. So like he causes a bus to get off track and he catches it, but still in a way, like those people in that bus, I'm more than sure they were still injured, even though none of them died.
Yeah, they did fall like a whole fucking bus worth, though.
And they fell on each other. Like that second chick that fell, there was already a guy on the glass. The one other girl that fell just landed right on him. Like, that dude got fucked up.
Yeah, I was surprised the glass didn't break, man. I was
Yeah,
surprised when the bus fell that he caught it with the glass. I was
Yeah.
like, damn, who makes that glass, man?
Strong-ass
Get me
glass.
their fucking number. But yeah, that he gets his first superhero scene where he saves like the whole bus of people and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Gets
and
an
Bill-
interview.
Yeah, he gets the interview, and then we get Freddy, and like there's a little like a little heart to heart conversation where what does he tell? He's like, yeah, like you saved this bus, but it was because of you, like
You
what I'm
caused
saying?
it, yeah.
You're being reckless, and like then like he tells him like, oh, you just wish it was you, and like he's like, no shit, like I'm tired of people like looking at me, trying to ignore me, pretend I'm not here, and like it's a real emotional like scene.
Yeah.
And, like I like how he leaves and like Shazam just like whatever, kid, like
He's over there just arguing with a kid, dude. It's fucking hilarious. Like the comedy in this movie is just it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, it's real good. And then that's when our villain and our hero finally meet up. Like he's like, what does he call him? Chosen one or something like
Chosen one.
like I'm here to take your powers or blah blah blah. And it's like, you want an autograph? Like
Yeah. So it's funny because he ends up finding him because they're broadcasting him on TV because he just saved people.
yeah.
And he notices the bolt. It's Shazam's bolt, so he's like, all right, this is where this motherfucker's at. And then him getting his ass kicked gets it just all over town is what happens.
Yeah. So like, remember he pretty much choke grabs him and they fly up in the air, and like he's just like, yo, I'm sorry for hitting you in your nuts, because remember he like
yeah, he ducks down and hits him in his nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, we're expecting that, old man. Like, but then like he grabs him by the neck and he fucking takes off in the fucking sky, and like he's just like, yo, I'm sorry for fucking hitting your nuts, and like he's like, why do you like you have so much power but you sound like a child? He's like, because I am a fucking child. Like I'm a kid. Like I'm not a fucking like grown up. Like
yeah, exactly. I love this because he drops him, right? He drops him all the way down.
he drops him.
And it's where he finally learns how to fly.
Yeah, he finally learns how to fly, and like right when he figures it out, he gets hit by a bus or a car. Like, what the
so the shot is he's coming all the way down, and he finally he like we go to black. He opens his eyes and he's barely levitating over the street.
He's like, yeah, like rarely. He's like literally kissing the street, the pavement.
And he's like, oh my god, I can fly! I can fly! Hey, look, I can. And then he gets hit by a fucking car into another car and then off the freeway, which is hilarious. that part was really funny, man.
Yeah. And then they get to the mall, right? Yeah, so he's at the mall and they have another like, he's still running from Savano, but
yeah, Savano's still chasing him.
Yeah, Savano's still chasing him until eventually like he says Shazam and he runs away. He gets away and like he's confused. He's like, where the fuck does dude go? But he puts it together that Billy knows. I mean, not Billy, Freddy, because Freddy's there.
Yeah, Freddy's there yelling for him. And then next to him on the TV is a broadcast, and you see Freddy talking to Shazam. Yeah. So he's just like, okay, this guy knows Shazam. So he basically takes him hostage.
Yeah. So he takes him hostage. He shows up at the foster place. Right? No. So Billy shows back up to the foster home.
Yeah.
And turns out his foster parents are pissed off at him, blah, 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 blah. And it turns out that the Hispanic kid, I forgot his name.
Yeah.
Figures out, hey, your mom's still alive. So he takes off again. He runs away again, like his third damn time running away.
Yeah, like I think it was 3 of the family members, right? It was the little boy, the Hispanic kid that doesn't talk, and then the college girl. That's going to college.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they find out where his mom. So he takes a sheet, and they're like, she's like 2 blocks down, or like two subway stops down, or
Yeah,
something
she's
like that.
not that far.
She's not that far.
Like we find out that like his mom didn't give a shit about him.
Yeah, like he gets to the door and he's like so happy. It's funny because like in the beginning, when we first see Billy, they're at the carnival and she's like popping balloons to try to win him like a prize, like a tiger, right?
Yeah.
And she's not able to do it because she's not able to pop that many balloons. But she pops one, she gets like a little keychain, and she tells them, "Hey, whenever you're lost, this will, you can find your way home with this." And it's like a little compass thing. So he's always had this thing, and he's held on to it throughout the entire movie. And he comes back and he shows up at the door with his mom, with he wants to see if that's his mom, and he has the compass, or the little compass in his hand.
Yeah, and like, what did he say? Like, I found you, or like, I made it back home, or like, and like, she immediately knew who he was. Just like, oh shit, like I never thought I'd see you again.
Yeah, it was heartbreaking, man. Like
Yeah,
she was basically just like, I didn't think I could do, I can do right by you or whatever. So, like I saw you with the cops, and then it pans back to the scene, and it shows him sitting down in the car with some cops, and she sees it, but she's like crying, and she just leaves anyway. And then she's obviously remarried. We find out his real father, is in prison or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's just living like this shitty life in some apartment, some like dead end job, basically.
So, like, in this movie, like, there's a lot of references to the number 7.
Oh yeah.
So there's there's the 7 deadly sins.
Yeah. Okay.
There's the Marvel family, which is 7, because there's 6. Eventually, it becomes 6 of them, but it's 7 if you count Black Adam. So that's 7.
Okay. All right.
And
then,
then Billy's mom lives on the 7th floor in room 707. There's a lot of fucking 7s in this damn movie.
yeah, you're right. Actually, there is a lot of 7s. Holy shit. I wonder where they're going with that.
Yeah, I don't know where they're going with that either. Like, but
probably 7 for the Marvel family is what that is. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking because of Black Adam. But so yeah, he turns out like, oh, it's that moment where he's like, oh fuck my mom, like my real family is my foster family. And at the same time, that's when Savano's there at their house waiting for him.
Yeah, he takes Freddy captive and takes him back to the house, and he basically has like his whole family captive. What I like though is like the compass that he had, that little keychain compass that he had. He gives it to his mom, and he's like, here, like I think he said like, you need it more than I do or something, and then he just leaves. Yeah.
Like, fuck you too then.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, like, one of my favorite scenes in this movie is when he leaves, because he goes on the roof of that apartment building, and like he just jumps off and he's like, Shazam! And,
I love that, dude.
I love that scene, like, great, perfect.
Yeah, we never got like a full yell Shazam, but I think that was the best Shazam of the whole movie.
That was like the best Shazam, like just Shazam, and then
he like jumps off the building, Shazam.
And then he shows up, fucking family's hostage. They go back to the wizard's hideout or secret lair, I guess.
Yeah, was it Savaro, whatever? Like he wants the power of Shazam, like he wants to be worthy, right? That's his whole, like he envies Billy because he got the power, basically.
Yeah. And like he needs the staff, so they get the staff. And like they out trick him. The foster kids show back up and like help him. They fight him off. I
think Savano. So they're standing there, right? He knocks Billy into the throne, and they're standing by the throne of the 7 wizards, right? And then he unleashes all the 7 deadly sins there.
Yeah.
So they're standing there, and then Freddy throws the batarang, and it hits him in the back of his head, and it cuts him.
Yeah, so like, he notices it.
Yeah. So when he turns around and the 7 deadly sins go back in him, he notices that he can be killed if the 7 deadly sins are out of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then you have the foster kids coming in, and they have like water guns and shit. They have like just a bunch of random shit.
Like just shit off the floor. And then they escape. And then what? Like we end up back at the carnival, or like yeah, like our final
What I liked
show.
about the escape thing, like, was it like when they were opening the doors to get out? Was it like different realities or something, or what
Yeah,
was
yeah,
that?
it was, like different realities. Like what? Like alligators playing poker or
Yeah, there
something.
was
Like
alligators playing poker. There was they opened a door and it was like some swamp. So I was like, okay, we're gonna see Swamp Thing in this motherfucker. But
cool.
yeah, but no, we just get like some tentacly thing coming out. You know, I was like, all right. And then the other one was just something yelling, and then I think they teleported away, right? He was like, think of
Yeah,
a place.
yeah. And they teleport to the strip club.
Oh fuck, that was funny, and I love how they all run out there and they're like, "Why are you covering my eyes?" Oh, that scene was gold. Because when he was older, I guess he went into the strip club, right? He's not
Yeah.
old enough to go inside the strip club. So, and she was like, "Really? This is the first place he thought of?" She's like, "Well, it got us out of there." Oh, man, that was funny.
And then we end up at a carnival.
Yeah, and same carnival. It looks like the same carnival that he was left at.
And this is our final fight, pretty much, with Doctor Savano.
Yeah,
And I mean,
Shazam.
and
I loved it. It delivered, man.
it did. I mean, what would you like to say about it? Like,
I was not expecting all the foster kids to get the power. I thought it was just gonna be him versus all the other ones.
That's what I would thought, but once he like had the flashback of like the wizard saying this was me and my family's thrones, like it's up to you to fulfill it. Like I already knew, like, oh shit, we're gonna get the Shazam family.
Yeah. That was fuck. I was not expecting them to all turn into the Shazam family. So when they did, yeah, yeah. So when they did, I was like, oh shit, they all turned. This is gonna be badass. And it was awesome, dude.
Great. Like especially I like the Jesus dude. I don't know his name. I don't want to be saying I'm racist, but that Asian dude,
Yeah.
he's just like Hadouken, like that part.
Yeah, yeah. He has like he does the lightning. He does the Hadouken. And it's funny because he's the gamer, right? And then like at the end, I think he was like, yeah, I finished that dude or something. It was like a Mortal Kombat reference. So he's dropping all these gaming references while he's fighting, which is pretty fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And then Freddy gets turned into one as well, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it's good to see him have his power and stuff like that too. So yeah, the fight ensues or whatever. They're fighting the 7 deadly sins, and then Billy and Savano take off into the city, and they're fighting in the city. And he knows there's one more left of the deadly sins that's in him, and it's envy. That's the host, right? And then he taunts it to come out too, which was pretty fucking cool. I love that. He's like, "Where's envy? Where's that small?" He was just insulting it the whole time, and until it finally showed his face and came out. Which is pretty cool.
So like one thing I liked about that scene was, you remember the scene where there's a kid playing with the Batman and Superman toy?
Oh yeah.
I like it because, you know, to me it's like, okay, Batman and Superman, you know, most popular fucking heroes there are when it comes to comics, or like when it comes to any heroes, like you know who Superman and Batman is. So this kid's playing with him, and like he drops him on the floor because he sees Shazam and Savannah going at it. And to me, it's like hinting to like, you know, there's a new hero in town. Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, dude. I love that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's fighting, and then he sees them. He sees them fighting in front of his window. He's like amazed and wowed at Shazam, and he drops the toys. You know he's gonna be getting a Shazam toy soon.
Yeah. So what? And then he goes back. We go back to the carnival, right? Like he whoops his ass.
So yeah, he draws envy out of him, and envy comes out, and envy's like on him and like clawing at him and stuff, which is a 7 deadly sin. So when he does that, Savano is actually dropping because he lost all his power. All the 7 deadly sins are out, and he's sitting there, and envy's about to kill him, and he says Shazam, and the lightning bolt comes down, and he dissipates because he gets hit by the lightning. He turns back into the kid, and then he runs and jumps off the building, and he says Shazam, and he grabs Savano and fucking flies back to the carnival.
Yeah. And then he defeats him, and then like we get the whole like cheer of the crowd, right? Is
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah. So they're all the whole family standing there after they dismantle the seven deadly sins, and he rips the thing out of his eye.
there you
Yeah.
go.
So all the
I
seven deadly sins go into it. Yeah.
I like how like they're holding it and like he's like, "What? What's that? You could give me whatever I want." And like he just like
Yeah. What?
he's like,
You're gonna...
fucking with you.
That was so good, dude. That was so good. And all of them were like all scared he was gonna do it and stuff too. I love that they're the Shazam family now. I want to see more of them, dude.
Yeah, me too.
And their family doesn't know. Like their parents don't know that they're the Shazam family. Yeah.
And like we go back to the foster home and they have another like feast or whatever, like they're eating.
They have dinner, and every time before they have dinner, it's like they're saying grace kind of thing. But instead, it's like them coming together as a family. What they all do is they all put their hands in, and they did it like 3 or 4 times during the movie. But in the movie, Billy never puts his hand in because he doesn't feel part of the family. Well, this time he leads the conversation. He puts his hand in.
Oh yeah, all hands on deck. There you go.
All hands on deck. There you go. This movie was just, man, this movie was really good. It had no business being this good.
It had no business being this good. So here's a question that I would like to ask you. So, do you think this is a Christmas movie? Because if you notice, it's based around Christmas.
It is based around
Christmas either.
Huh. Yeah, I would say it's a Christmas movie.
Anybody in the audience want to answer that? I mean, we only got 6 followers. Maybe 2 of them are actually watching this.
The other ones are just listening as background noise. Nah, I think it's a Christmas movie, man.
I was gonna say I think it's a Christmas.
Yeah,
It's a good fucking movie.
Yeah, it's really good.
So then we get like the end cameo. Well, one of them, and it's the Superman one, which was fucking funny. Like it's just I don't know, man. Freddy's hilarious. I like how he looks up and like he says, "Oh!" and then like it just cuts. All I needed to see.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to see Henry Cavill just be in his suit, but I mean, it's obviously hinted that it's supposed to be him.
Yeah, it's his suit. But I was like, okay, why didn't they have Henry Cavill in it? Like, if they really wanted him in it, he should have been in it. So, I don't know.
They were trying, but I think he was filming The Witcher, or he was filming something, and they couldn't get it. So they had to put a stunt double to wear it.
To wear it?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, this movie was just damn good. I love this movie. Like, it's the best DC movie that's came out. I haven't seen Wonder Woman 1984 yet, but I heard it wasn't that good. I'll watch it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But this movie was just really good, man. I loved it. I don't know who directed it. I'm gonna have to see, but this movie was damn good. I loved it. And you know what? I don't normally like. I have to force myself to like a DC movie, you know. And I didn't have to force myself here. It was just fucking a good, feel good fucking movie.
It was fun.
Yeah. Oh, and then we get the that one ending. I don't know what this meant. I don't know if you know what this meant, but the caterpillar at the end that's talking. Do you know what that's about? I didn't know.
I mean, like I said, I never really like knew much, but I know like that caterpillar is like really a secret alien race.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, like something like that, and like it's like one of Shazam's major villains as well.
Oh shit!
So, yeah, so that's all I really know.
I'm gonna have to do some more research into that because I saw that and I was like, huh, that's kind of interesting. I was like, I don't know who that is. I have to look it up.
It's so odd, crazy too. It's just a fucking caterpillar with like a mic.
Yeah, it's like a caterpillar with like some like voice box like wrapped around his fucking body, and he's just talking, and he's laughing too.
Yeah,
I'm like, what the fuck?
It's like mad shit.
But yeah, that's the end of Shazam Force. I liked it. I want to see a part 2. I want to see him versus Black Adam. I want to see him everywhere. I love this, man. If they would reboot the universe with this movie, hey, you're doing good already, man.
So you're saying you want a part 2?
I want part 2, part 3, part 4. I like the fam. I liked all the characters, man. It was awesome.
Me too. I mean, I guess that's it for the movie, right? We already covered it.
Yeah, we already covered the movie. What what was it? Just that was asking if we talked. Oh, we talked about Dr. Fate last episode. Yeah, we saw the Pierce Brosnan casting for it. What'd you think? I thought it's good casting, right, for Dr. Fate.
You could only see what he could do, but I mean, if Dr. Fate's in there, then I'm assuming Zatanna will be in it, and I like Zatanna, so I'm hoping she'll show up.
Oh, yeah, Zatanna would be awesome, man.
Yeah.
See who they cast with that. But yeah, so next week, guys, we got a big show. We got the end of the Falcon and Winter Soldier. We got that last episode, and then we're gonna be covering Mortal Kombat that comes out on the 23rd. Which I was a giant fan of the first movie, like a really big fan. I've seen that movie maybe 1,000, 2,000 times. I love that movie, and people are gonna hate me for it because they hate that movie, but that movie is fucking awesome, and I love it. It's the best video game movie adaptation ever. Tell me I'm wrong.
I think you're wrong, but
what? Wait, whoa! What video game to movie is better than Mortal Kombat? If you say Resident Evil, I swear to God.
Oh man, I'd rather watch Mortal Kombat than Resident Evil.
I just there hasn't been a video game to movie adaptation.
Tomb Raider wasn't bad.
Tomb Raider?
Yeah, Tomb Raider.
Okay, Leonidas in chat says House of the Dead. Get the fuck out. Get out. Ban this guy.
Oh, dude. I actually like that movie.
No, no.
Dude, no. Like, I guess because I totally forgot about that. I'd have to see it again, but I remember because I'm a huge fucking fan of those games. I love playing those games. And when the movie came out, they took me to see it. And even though none of those characters from the game are in there, I like that movie anyways. Like, I don't know. I'd have to see it again. I'm pretty sure I'm going to hate it.
Oh, God. It had that shitty soundtrack, dude. It was so bad.
Yeah.
We should watch that. Like, do a reaction to, like, rewatching shitty movies and shit together. That'd be hilarious.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah, guys. Next week, big show. Like I said, ending of Falcon and Winter Soldier. We got Mortal Kombat to talk about. I am gonna watch the original again for like the 1,000th or 3,000th time, and I'm gonna compare it to like the new one. Have you played Mortal Kombat 11 or no?
I do not like playing those games.
What?
I can't get it.
I mean, you get it. We play Fighter Z all the time. You don't like Mortal Kombat?
Fighter Z is totally fucking different.
It is. It's more fast paced.
I don't like hitboxes for Mortal Kombat. Like nothing makes sense.
I would say, if it's on sale, you buy Mortal Kombat 11 and just play it for the campaign story, because it's like it's a movie in itself, and it's really good.
Yeah, I love you, but who plays fighting games for their fucking story?
Dude,
like, it's not fine.
Dude, it is really good, bro. Like, it is good. Like, they're probably they have an expansion to it too, or like they release downloaded content for it that it like furthered the story for it too. I think if you play it, you're gonna like it, and you're gonna like it for the whole campaign, because it was fucking awesome.
Rambo's in it.
Yeah, he's a DLC character, but he's not in the story, so that's good.
Okay.
Yeah, I got Terminator in that motherfucker too. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that's gonna be the end of the stream for us. We talked for nearly 2 fucking hours. Jesus, I forgot to record, so I'm gonna have to download this off of Twitch. Damn it. But yeah, tune in next week. We'll be here. We're gonna talk about some Falcon Winter Soldier and some Mortal Kombat, man.
You have Robert back too next week. So.
Yes, Robert will be back next week to talk Mortal Kombat, so he'll be here as well.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
So, all right. Thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. And see ya, nerds.